Thank you so much, Steve. That was a fulsome introduction and made me feel right at home among a group of people that as I look over the audience, I see so many friends here. And it's great because we're very proud members of this organization. And over the years, I think Rolls-Royce has found that this is a great place to pull together. So what I thought I would do is start out with a little discussion of where I see where things stand. And Tom Dale, who's Executive Vice President of Rolls-Royce North America, our General Counsel, is relied on a global basis for all things about our industry. I'm going to ask to join me and to give you all some background on how we see the future of things from Rolls-Royce Power Systems' view of aerospace. Now, just let me give you a little idea about who we are. Rolls-Royce is a power systems company. We design and manufacture a wide variety of power systems, and I'm talking about everything from the Trent series of engines, which is a major asset for the wide-body fleet. If you fly a 380, often if you fly a 787, almost all of the wide bodies, you're very likely to be flying on Trent engines. But we do more than that. We also are in the nuclear market. We're in ships, shipbuilding, and in powering ships. But I'm here today to talk with you for a few minutes about what the next 100 years look like. Because whether we like it or not, a large part of that has to do with what Washington, D.C. itself looks like. So I think I'd be remiss not to comment, at least briefly, on what the new administration may mean for our respective industries. Drawing from my experience in government, I can tell you that the incoming administration is compiling a list of priorities for its first 100 days. These include repealing the Affordable Care Act and reversing a number of regulations and executive orders. In short, we may want to buckle our seatbelts because it's all going to go pretty fast. And after that, that's when the real work of governing begins. Many of us in this room are particularly interested, of course, in where the defense budget itself is headed. President-elect Trump has promised to rebuild the military, eliminate defense sequestration cuts, and has asked the Congress to offset the kinds of cuts in military spending that we have seen through the years and replace it with common sense defense budget reform. This includes, I think, both things that are good from just a good governance standpoint, looking for areas of waste, but also looking at the issue of the corporate tax rates and how we might restructure our tax system. It appears that the continuing resolution is going to remain in place until sometime in the spring. Now, I'll tell you the truth. That's very tough for all of us because it does keep everything status quo. After that, the Trump administration has said that they're interested in a super omnibus bill. That could be very full of big-ticket items and, as well, putting together tax cuts, budget reforms, and the increases in defense spending. Bottom line, I'm not making any concrete predictions, but it's going to be a very interesting and I think a very unpredictable spring that we're facing, and it's probably going to be true for years to come. Now, Washington has its role, and here we think about the next 100 days. I think it's a lot more important to be thinking about the next 100 years, and that is largely going to be defined by the private sector, by people like you. We're seeing it firsthand in the world of flight. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, big data, the Internet of Things, electric hybrid power, and other advancements, these are all rapidly transforming aerospace, and they're improving the lives of each one of us. It might seem obvious to you all, but technology and progress are very inextricably linked, even across industries, and that includes ours.